this guy. You know, the first time I met him, it was at a party. And he was a really great, bubbly person. So we went on a date. He was very unresponsive, unlike the person I had met at the party. I thought maybe he was just having a bad day. But the next day, we went on a date. And he was a completely different person. Again. It was like someone I had never met before. So it was like I went out on a date with 3 different guys, 3 nights in a row. It was really odd. There's something just not right with him, and I don't quite understand what it is.
Personality disorders refer to ingrained patterns of interacting with people and situations that lead to maladaptive relationships and feelings of inner distress. Stephen suffers from a personality disorder with dissociative and borderline features. In the first segment of this interview, Stephen expresses symptoms of dissociative identity disorder, which he characterizes as different personalities. In this disorder, which used to be called multiple personality disorder, people develop more than one personality, which coexist within a single body. Stephen describes several of his personalities.
I got a personality that is my protector. And this personality knows martial arts, and I consider them very dangerous. One time I was in a bar, or tavern, or saloon, whatever you want to call it, and these bikers came in, and one of them put a baseball bat across my back. Next thing I remember is the bartender saying, "I've never seen anybody move like that before." And I was asking him for another beer. I spent time in jail for that, which was not very pleasant, but that was just the way it happened. It was pretty chaotic. You know, somebody would come up to see you and say something, and you know they were talking to a different personality. So you have to listen to what they're saying. You know, primarily a guessing game, what they're talking about. I had this personality that I still got it, I think, but that's beside the point. But anyway, it thought we had to die. This personality was only writing notes to it. And I'm not 100% positive, but according to the notes that I read, this personality said it had to die, and that our fortune teller and the orange and brown shirts said I'd be better off dead.
Stephen's diagnosis also involves features of borderline personality disorder. People with borderline personality disorder express a range of symptoms, including a pattern of unstable relationships, chronic boredom, suicidal behavior, and self-injurious behavior. In the following interview, Stephen describes the emergence of his self-destructive behavior and speaks about his pattern of unstable relationships.
Sometimes I beat myself up a little bit. My mother, about the only time she showed any concern was when I was bleeding. And I think that's why I used to cut my arms. Because, you know, it gave me some reassurance when I saw the blood. It was something I knew. I know it's a bad thing, but it seemed like a good thing at the time. The reason I got involved with Lori is because I was wanting something I didn't have. And Lori kind of filled that spot. She wasn't very trustful. I didn't hold her with any trust. She was beautiful, and I mean, I loved to be with her. Best way I can describe her, she was company when I got bored. And that's about the best way I can describe her.
At times in life, Stephen has also suffered from depression. In the following sequence, he describes his profound feelings of isolation and hopelessness. It is important to note that depression is commonly experienced by people with various personality disorders, especially borderline personality disorder.
I mean, I'm alone 90% of the time. I'm one of them people that can be alone in a crowd of people. I just get depressed, and I don't have a whole lot of friends. And so I get depressed, and I would think, you know, maybe I'd just be better off dead. Just, there's nothing there. Just, the best word I can describe it is empty. I have to wonder about why people are concerned about me. It makes me nervous to have people concerned about me.
It is important to note that Stephen's symptoms do not fit conveniently into a single diagnostic category. As this interview demonstrates, many people with mental illness exhibit symptoms of more than one disorder.